Yo, what's up, football fanatics? I'm doing a video on 16 quarterbacks, and I am going to see which quarterbacks I would take over Dak, or if I would take Dak over any of these quarterbacks. So, the first one we're going to start with is Russell Wilson. That's an easy one. I'm going to take Russell Wilson over Dak in that. I think Russell Wilson is definitely a top 3 quarterback, year in, year out. He's just phenomenal. I think right now the last 3 years he's had around 100 yards, 100 touchdowns in the last few years, which is pretty damn good. Jared Goff. Jared Goff to me he's like Matt Ryan, a younger version of Matt Ryan. The guy is tough. He's got a great arm on him. He's done really well early on in his football career, so I would take Jared Goff. Garoppolo. I don't know how to say that name properly, but yeah, Garoppolo from the 49ers. That's kind of tough. I think he's a great leader, and he's shown it with the 49ers and how well he's played with them. I think the dude is definitely better than average. So I'm going to take Garoppolo in that one. Next is Derek Carr with the Raiders. That's a tough one. I think I would take Dak's size over Carr. But Derek Carr, I mean, he is a good quarterback as well, I think. He hasn't done a whole lot, but he's got a great arm. And I think once you get that guy behind a good offensive line, get him some great playmakers around him, I think he's going to be good. So we'll see. But definitely I would take Dak Prescott in that one. Patrick Mahomes, that's a no-brainer. Obviously, that guy has done great early on in his NFL career, so I'm going to have to go with Patrick Mahomes. Next, Matt Ryan. I feel bad for Matt Ryan because I really think he's a great quarterback as well, and just hasn't been able to get a championship. I mean, he's been with Atlanta his whole career. I would have thought by now he would have went to another team. I think it would have been great if he went to the Cowboys, to be honest with you. But I'm definitely going to go with Matt Ryan. I think he's a really tough guy. He kind of reminds me of Brett Favre in a way. He's got a great arm, accurate. I don't know if y'all remember watching that game last year against the 49ers. Hell of a game. Falcons ended up winning that game the last few seconds. It was amazing. And of course, he threw that was a game-winning touchdown pass. So Matt Ryan in that. Next, Teddy Bridgewater. A lot of people are going to take Dak in this one, and I have no idea. The way that Bridgewater came in when Drew Brees got injured last season early on, I mean, Teddy just showed a lot of poise. I thought he played great. He played tough. He just kept doing enough to win every time he started, which is why now he's going to be starting at Carolina, and he's definitely deserving of that. So Teddy Bridgewater over Dak for sure. Kirk Cousins. Oh man, Kirk Cousins. Eesh. I think I'm going to go with Dak on this one, only because I've seen Kirk Cousins play a few times on Monday Night Football, and that guy, I don't know what his deal is, but he has games where he's just on fire, just on point, accurate, making great plays, making great decisions. But Monday Night Football games, I don't know what his deal is, but he's just terrible. So I'm going to go with Dak on that one. Next, Matthew Stafford. Matthew Stafford is a great quarterback as well. He's definitely underachieved in Detroit, and I think at one point he was like the highest paid quarterback and really didn't produce what he should have. But then again, supposedly they came out, he's selling his house in Detroit. I don't know if that's a sign that he's possibly going to go to another team. I don't know. If he went to the Cowboys, hey, we'd take him as well. But definitely Matthew Stafford. Ryan Tannehill. This is a tough one, but the reason why I'm going to go with Tannehill is because this guy, he started off his career in college playing wide receiver, and I actually saw him because I'm a huge Texas A&M fan in college football. So I got to watch him while he was a wide receiver, and then I got to watch him again when he switched over to quarterback. I wouldn't say he's one of the best quarterbacks in the league or most accurate, but the guy I don't know what it is, he just does enough where he can win, and he definitely showed that when he ended up going to the Titans and taking over that team and went in 2 rounds in the playoffs. So I got to go with him. I mean, Dak Prescott, look at all the talent he had last year surrounding him compared to what Ryan Tannehill had. That tells you right there. Next, Lamar Jackson. Oh, God, not even close. Lamar Jackson is probably the best scrambling quarterback ever in the NFL. Better than Michael Vick, Donovan McNabb, a lot of them guys. Byron Leftwich. I got to go with Lamar Jackson, easily. Next, we got Baker Mayfield. Baker Mayfield, I think he is probably the bottom of the NFL in quarterbacks. I just don't have any respect for that guy. The guy is completely immature, and I knew this was going to happen because watching him, I actually prefer college football over NFL. I love NFL, but college football is my passion. And I watched this guy while he was at Oklahoma and the way that he acted and the things that he did. I knew he was going to be a problem in the NFL, and I don't think it's going to be long before he doesn't have a job. So watch out for that. So I'm easily going to go with Dak on this one. Next, we got Josh Allen with Buffalo. I like Josh Allen because I think he's bigger in size, and I think he's got a better arm than Dak. To be honest with you, that dude has a cannon. He can launch it. Whereas Dak, I feel like a lot of his passes were short, and a lot of those short passes, his wide receivers helped him get a lot of yards to make it look like, he had 300-400 yards passing in a game. It wasn't because he had a great arm chunking it down the field. He's accurate. It was a lot of these little dump passes off to Zeke Elliott and some of the wide receivers, those little 10-yard passes, and then they'd bolt for like 25, 40 yards or whatever. And so it made it look like Dak Prescott was actually throwing for a crap load of yards last season, and he didn't. I'm telling y'all, look at the footage from his games. He's not that good of a quarterback in terms of accuracy, down the field. So easily I'm going with Josh Allen. Sam Darnold. I really haven't seen too much of Sam Darnold other than, he was injured at the beginning of the season with some illness, but he came back. He had some games where he played great. Obviously, the Cowboys played against him, and they ended up beating us. So, yeah. The reason why I'm going to go with Sam on this one is because they played head-to-head, and he showed up Dak. He outplayed him. So I'm going to go with Sam. Next, Carson Wentz. Carson Wentz is a better quarterback than Dak when he's healthy. But if you're going to choose, availability, can you rely on Dak or Carson Wentz? You got to go with Dak. But so that's why I'm just going to go with Dak on this one. But if Carson Wentz is healthy, I'm going with Carson Wentz easily. Andy Dalton and Dak Prescott. This is tough in a way, but I gotta roll with Andy. And the reason why I say that is because when Andy Dalton has time to throw the ball, he's accurate. He's got a great arm. He's still young enough to where he can, compete. He can still be a starter. He can still play. He still has that passion, that fire to get to the Super Bowl. And he's just pretty damn good to me, really. If you get him behind that Cowboys offensive line, I'm just saying, look what he did when he was at Cincinnati, his first 5 years in the league. Look what he did with that team. Now imagine with the Cowboys' talent, what he could do with them. So I feel like if this contract doesn't work out for Dak, I hope they send this dude packing anyways. I don't care for Dak. I don't know if y'all have seen the interview on him, talking about, they're interviewing him about his contract, and he came out and said, it's not about the money. It's never been about the money. He loves to play the game. Well, why is it taking so long to do this contract? Cowboys have supposedly offered him around 33 to 35 million a year, but it's not enough to Dak. He wants more money. And I've heard from several sources that he wants around $40 million a year. I mean, it's just ridiculous. It's crazy. So, especially the guy, to me, he's not even a top 10 quarterback. This even tells you right here, surely a lot of y'all aren't going to put him in the top 10, and you're going to take a Russell Wilson or Patrick Mahomes, Matthew Stafford, even Tom Brady, who I didn't even put in here, Carson Wentz, Lamar Jackson. It's easily, he's not even a top 5 quarterback. Statistically, probably, I guess, whatever, you can argue that, but a lot of his stats came in garbage time against crappy teams on top of that. But I think he's just going to end up not playing for the Cowboys. That's what I'm hoping and praying. But it's just funny to me how he wants to be paid as the highest quarterback in the NFL, but yet he's not even a top 5 quarterback. To me, he's not a top 10 quarterback, but yet this guy wants to be the number 1 paid quarterback in the NFL. I don't know. What do you guys think? I'm not trying to be a hater. I'm a Cowboys fan. I've been a Cowboys fan since I was a little kid, and I just don't think the guy is good enough to get it done. I really don't. But anyways, I think I ended up choosing, out of 16 of these quarterbacks, I think I chose like 13 of them. What do you guys think? How many of these quarterbacks would you take over Dak? Or how many times would you take Dak over any of these quarterbacks? Please leave your comments down in the description below. Hit that thumbs up. And if you haven't already, please subscribe for more of these sports videos that I'm going to be coming out with. Appreciate it. We'll see y'all in the next one.